Hey, Daw-Chih here. This is my tech founder journey. Since I launched Wuna in February, it's been a solid 3 months of nonstop learning, and there are just so much lessons coming from a software engineering background. I think I was very naive to think that if I see a demand and I can build the best product for it, here you go, that's your startup. But there are just so many other pieces of a startup that I didn't know about. At least I underestimated the amount of effort that I have to put in. So I thought today I can tell you a little bit about the things that I overlooked and they turned out to be super important. And there's a bonus at the end. Just keep watching till the end. It's been raining a little bit. Looks fine right now, so I'm gonna do a quick run. The best way to start the day. The rain is getting worse and worse. Change of plan. I'm gonna head home and do a little workout in the gym. 20 minutes, 4 movements in a lateral style. So I went from 60 seconds each, 50 seconds each, all the way to 10 seconds each. No stop between the movements. Love it. If you watch my other videos, you probably see a lot of me working out, running, exercising. You probably wonder why. This is actually the first lesson that I want to talk about. Consistency. The feel-good consistency. Being a startup founder, there's just so much that goes into the job. Every day there are tons of things you have to do. And if you're a solo founder like me, every day you can feel the clock is ticking. You have bills to pay, features you need to build for the next milestone, or even just the emails and feedback that you need to answer. I feel like, man, this is a lot and I don't have enough time. So what I'm doing is that I create a system where I can have a routine doing the important things day by day, keep the startup running. There are 3 parts in this system. First is a weekly calendar. So what I would do is before my week starts, I will put the things that I want to accomplish in a week onto the calendar. I personally use a bullet journal-like style to manage the to-dos. I think this is a great way to keep me on track. I didn't thought of it myself. I actually got it from a friend who's been a startup founder for like 7 years now. Paul, if you're watching this, appreciate you. And the second part is alignment. Align with what? Being an entrepreneur, sometimes it feels like you're doing a lot of things. You're running around, talk to a bunch of people, and writing a bunch of code. It's almost like putting on blindfold and just run wild. A lot of times I see people make goals in terms of money. When you make a financial target as your goal, a lot of things lost in translation. At least that's the case for me. It changed the way you think about building your product, marketing strategy, even your pricing. And when I was chasing those goals, it didn't feel good. So instead of aligning my weekly to-dos with financial goals, I aligned them with my core values. So my core value is bringing magical sparks to people. What I care about deeply is to build a product that people truly want and give them moments of delight. And I want to build a genuine connection with the customers. So every week I'll have 2 social days. This is where I talk to people, connect with customers, and perhaps doing some workshops in the future. I'll also have 1 social media day where I make contents like this, me talking to you, and just plan out contents for the future. And the rest are coding time. I make sure I have big blocks of deep work so I can really focus on the technical side of it and build the best product. And the third part is execution. Deep down, I'm a perfectionist, so I want to do things the best to my ability and produce the best outcome. And I know a lot of outstanding people, my friends, they're like this, but I'm here to tell you it's unrealistic. Especially when you have a lot of things that you need to do. Chasing for the best outcome in a short amount of time is not good for you. It's not good for me. Usually we call it efficiency or effectiveness. If you're working in a company, this is how they judge your performance. But this mindset is really, really bad for entrepreneurs, in my opinion. There's just so many things you need to do. So the best way for me to go about it is to just do them consistently. Don't worry too much about the quality of the outcome. Just do them, finish them on time, and move on to the next thing. What you will find is you will do a lot of things over the week and you get a lot of things done. Over time, the quality of those things increase. Basically, you're getting better and better week by week. It's really powerful. Another lesson that hit me the hardest is don't chase the wrong KPI. Don't glue to the numbers or tasks that are not critical at the moment. So as an engineer, there's certain things that we think it's important and they're considered to be the best practice. Things around architectural design, code quality, release pipeline, things in that nature. And the one that I care the most, and I adapted it to all the teams and organizations that I was in, it's daily release. Daily release is as simple as it sounds. Every day you release something to your product. In practice, it's very hard to do. A lot of technical things and organizational changes needs to happen to make daily release a reality. I hold on to this idea really hard when I started it. Every day I want to ship fast and release at least one thing a day. Could be a feature, could be a bug fix, or making Una a little prettier. So I was constantly looking for things to code. I love the idea of daily release, and it's a very important concept for any product teams, but I was so focused on it, I missed the bigger picture. To found a company and to start a completely new product on the market is more than just building a product and release every day. I had a few friends and customers on free trial to provide me feedback, but what I really should be doing is to find customers anywhere I can, because I didn't understand the market enough. I was very new to the creator space, so I didn't know who are really my customers, and I didn't put enough effort to talk to people, trying to understand the economy and really narrowing down the customer sector that I should be in. So as a result, I have a product with no paying customers. Basically, no one heard about Una, and the launch I did was basically making zero impact. And to be honest, that was the toughest time since I started it. Basically, no tractions, no customers, no feedbacks, and no product development. This is a trickle-down effect. So what I'm focusing now is to generate leads. My KPI is simple, 5 leads a week. I look for potential customers on LinkedIn, YouTube, and I also try to go to as many in-person events as possible. And I had to really focus on what type of events I go. Anything about marketing, influencer marketing, even creator events, I'll try to be there. I've been doing this for about a month now. It's really rewarding. Just by talking to people, you really get a sense of whether what you're offering is what people want. They will tell you what problems they're having and the blockers that they have to use your product. And all these things are the feedback that startup founders should be looking for. It gives me signals on demands, what's lacking on the market, and what I should be building. In every phase of a startup, we should have different KPIs for sure. I'm focusing on 5 leads a week at this stage of my startup. I just started it. I'm very new to the market, tons of things to learn. So this is what makes sense to me at this stage. So it could be something very different for you. Just make sure that you focus on the right KPI. And the last point I want to make is about struggle. In case you're wondering, yes, you made it to the bonus. Virtual high five. So this is the thing. Startup struggle is real. You can get hit in any angle, anytime, anywhere. It could be running out of money, no customer, service provider is down, system outage, churn. This is just on top of my head. All these things can bring you down. You could be in a very dark place. I certainly been through that. It was around March this year. I was a month in since the product launch. There were just no customer, no product development, and nothing was moving. And I was kind of in a very bad mood all the time. I experienced very low motivation. It was very hard to see hope during that time. And I was in that space for about a month. I don't think it was fun for anybody around me. One day I just said to myself, I had enough of this. This is not me. I need to be me. So I just started doing things that are good for me. I make sure I exercise every day, I eat right, I have enough sleep, I hang out with friends, and I started to try different things in business. I chose to be me, to be positive, and to be a problem solver. And things start turning around. Don't get me wrong, I'm still struggling, but I can start to see things unfolding. Our mind is such a powerful thing. I'm not talking about manifesting, but I'm saying when you really look at one thing and approach it with the right mindset, we can do anything we want. And this new mindset I have really ties into everything we talked about earlier. Having a routine, stay healthy, don't focus on being perfect, and do the things that align with your core value. When I start looking things in that lens, whatever obstacles I bump into, I know I can solve it and move on to the next bump. And now I feel I'm myself and I'm ready for this thing called startup. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. It's like a cold shower in a hot summer. It keeps me going. See you next time. Ciao.